Hello, this is English Cry. Welcome back to another episode of XCOM Declassified. Oh, the Bureau Declassified, yeah. What happened to that guy? Let's talk to this guy.
Doctor, if you have a moment.
Absolutely. At this point, most of my patients are sleepwalkers anyway, and they're not getting any worse. Unfortunately, they're not getting any better either.
How are the sleepwalkers?
How are the infected, Doctor?
They're stable, but that's not exactly a good thing. Nurses make sure they're fed and cleaned. That's all we can do for now.
That's better than nothing.
It's like a ward full of coma patients, except they keep talking to themselves.
Is there any cure?
Any chance of finding a cure?
We've got a variety of tests running at the moment, but our first attempts were not pretty.
So it's not as simple as scraping the black goo off their faces.
We tried that. You don't want to see what's underneath.
Ooh, what's happening to them?
What's happening to the sleepwalkers anyway?
We're still trying to figure that out. Their autonomic system thinks it's in a coma, but something else is influencing their physical actions.
You mean they're getting orders from somewhere?
Only on a very basic level, like how they move toward the alien tower you saw.
Any idea how they're getting these commands?
We think it has to do with the silicoid substance on their faces. It might be functioning like the Mosaic control centers we find in Outsiders.
All the more reason to track down Mosaic and put a stop to it.
Thanks, Doctor.
I suppose there's not much more you can do for now.
We'll keep on testing. Until then, all we can do is keep them comfortable.
Okay. Let's keep on exploring. Let's find out what else is new. There's Sky Ranger. Oh, parts of a Sky Ranger. This one moving out. Yep.
So, the lockdown situation is over. Big deal. I just don't see the difference.
Right. I mean, whoop-de-doo, the doors might be open, but where is there to go?
5 minutes out there and you're gonna find yourself right back under the ground.
With the amount of an effective infiltrated screen test by Dr. Dresner and Dr. Weir, I can announce that we have now completely completed a full test of the base's personnel. We can announce that you are all human and our security lockdown can be lifted somewhat. However, we cannot afford to become complacent. Any staff that returns to the base will be subject to another screening, and base management reserves the right to perform random mandatory screenings as necessary. As before, all screening will be accompanied by at least 2 armed guards. We thank you for your vigilance. With your assistance, we shall persevere. Dr. Falk.
At least we're buried alive.
Let's head up. I do love iced tea. Yeah, that doesn't look good if that's a pipe. Yeah, definitely not good. Let's talk to this guy.
Hey, Carter, I heard about the silver. Tough choice, but you did the right thing, son. How are you holding up, Carter?
I've had better days.
Whole human race has had better days.
How are supplies?
How are we holding up?
Oh, pretty well, actually. We keep taking in more people, but Barnes has those choppers flying day and night, recovering food and gear from storehouses.
We might make it through this yet.
Oh, I still wouldn't bet on us. But we've got a fighting chance, and I hear that's thanks to you.
Sleepwalkers.
Now that you've seen the sleepwalkers, what do you think?
That's worse than I thought. But at least they're safe in the infirmary. But even so... no, never mind.
What's bothering you?
No, it's not right to mention it, but we're losing a lot of food and water taking care of them. Without them, we'd have another 4 months of supplies.
What else would you recommend?
Well, nothing right now. But if this war turns into a long haul, we'll have to ask ourselves if we can afford to be so merciful.
You heard about the test?
Your old buddy Falk nearly had me shot.
Ha! Not the first time. Might have been a couple of times he nearly shot me, too.
This isn't a joke.
No, son. No, it's not. It's real goddamn life, and there's a lot more at stake than your ego. So walk it off, and try to remember that he's watching out for our whole species.
But what if he starts abusing his authority?
If that happens, I'll stand right beside you. But just fight one war at a time.
Thanks.
That's everything I need.
All right then. Good luck out there, Carter.
Okay, anything new in here?
Sure we don't have any spies, and we can go topside. Sure is a nice change, huh?
Sure, kid. Things are just great. Maybe you can ask one of the sleepwalkers to the big dance.
Ooh, this guy. Any news?
Seen anything interesting in the field?
You know how it is. Rampaging alien hordes, bolts of deadly blue plasma, walking death machines from another world. All in a day's work.
You make it sound like an issue of Captain Thunderbolt.
I don't have to try very hard.
Yeah. But
What
fuck.
the hell has Falk so paranoid?
You mean more paranoid than usual? Doesn't trust anybody but Weaver. God knows why.
Weaver's always been a good agent. Certainly better than you.
Except I'm not the one getting into screamy matches with the old man, am I?
That's all.
We're done here.
I don't know how anyone could have mistaken you for an alien. They have better senses of humor.
Okay. Nah. We'll head to the lab first.
Heard about your little welcome home party, Carter. Glad to see you're still in one piece.
Thank you. What do we have here? I'm gonna talk to Dr. Dressner. Silicoid, or simply blob, is an enigmatic creature. It is composed of an uniformly similar semi-solid silicon-based material with no evidence of connective materials or anything resembling controlling or processing centers. However, when electrical charge is applied to the substance, it can form shapes, constrict, or even respond to external stimuli. However, this activity can be ceased by disrupting the material's cohesion, most readily through violent trauma. While such absurd technology proves difficult to fully understand, we may be able to control and direct it on our own terms, as well as developing further uses for silicoid materials. Cool. Nothing here. I'm gonna talk to that alien.
I gotta say, I was pretty relieved when I passed that Kraut's test.
You were afraid you were an alien?
Not exactly. More like I was afraid the test would say I was an alien. I don't think it was the kind of test you get to take twice.
Nope.
Officer, is the prisoner behaving himself?
Huh? Oh, yes. He's been quiet.
Something on your mind?
Sorry, Carter. It's just... I've had a lot on my mind recently.
How's the prisoner?
How's our friendly local infiltrator doing?
He's been pretty quiet since you had a talk with him. Almost like he's meditating or something. But I couldn't say what's going through his head.
Our last talk was rather revealing. Any chance I could talk with him again?
I don't recommend it. But if you go in there, we'll have witnesses on hand to make sure the person who walks out is still you.
Better than having to take that test again.
Snap out of it.
Is this gonna affect your duties?
No. No, sir, not at all.
See that it doesn't. Remember who you're guarding here.
What's wrong?
What's wrong? Must be pretty important to bother a trooper like you.
It's my girl back in Iowa. She's been taking care of some survivors in a big farmhouse, and she sends transmissions every day, but...
But what?
Latest transmission, she sounded really tired. And, said she found traces of black goo on her pillow.
Shit. I'm sorry.
They're already sending a team to recover as many of them as possible. I just hope she gets back here in time.
As you were.
Be careful, Rose. A distracted guard is a dead guard. Either get over it, or get a replacement.
Yes, sir. It won't be a problem, sir.
And, good luck.
Yeah. Let's talk to him.
Welcome back, William Carter. It is pleasant to see a familiar face.
You're in a good mood for a prisoner of war?
As are you. Which means you have recovered a phase plotter. So you plan to go through with your suicidal attack?
Maybe you can help.
So, you really want to see the end of Mosaic? Tell us where they're taking the sleepwalkers, and how do we cure them?
I would not know. I am a warrior, not a scholar. I do not know if it can be cured.
We'll see.
Hey, what Axis?
You must know something about Axis. If we go after him, what should we expect?
Axis? The Primarch. You are an ambitious creature, William Carter.
Axis, Primarch, whatever you call him.
He is wise and patient. There is a reason Mosaic called him to lead. Do you think it a coincidence that your planet fell so quickly to him?
He's not that smart. We've already tracked him down.
Of course you have. He will let you come to him and then he will destroy you. This is suicide, William Carter.
What's your name?
What are you called?
You do not understand how Mosaic functions. When we are connected, we are Mosaic. Individual names are unimportant.
You're not connected anymore. What do you call yourself now?
I do not know. I have never been concerned with it.
Maybe you should. Help us win, and I'll call you whatever you want.
Stick around.
Stick around.
Do I have a choice?
Of course not.
Be cautious, William Carter.
I like that guy. Like, I don't know if that's a bad thing. Like, if he betrays us, I'll be really upset. But I like him.
What exactly is that noise you use in the test?
It's a special frequency that mimics their Mosaic command signals by...
What, like a dog whistle?
Sure, a really complicated dog whistle.
I like the random things people say. Aliens. I bet he doesn't like looking out here and seeing this. Nothing through here. What the? I guess that was a live one. Still can't go in there. What's in there? That wasn't where we were Nah, I don't think so. We'll head down. We can talk to him. Ooh, more than one person. These are heavily armed and shielded ground troops in the outsider forces and combine peak physical development of their species, advanced tactical training, and a ferocious ferocity that can surpass even trained field agents. Elites are equipped with shields, automatic weapons, and grenades, and often work in conjunction with multiple outsider grunts and the commander. Elites appear to be veteran of many previous outsider conquests, and different specimens often carry small trophies of their past campaigns. If we successfully repel this invasion, our ancestors will have a lifetime of work studying these fragments to learn about the outsiders' military history and the other species of our galaxy.
You know, if we make it through this...
Even start.
No, really. If we pull through, this technology's gonna change the world.
I've got some news for you. It already did.
While we have not been able to intercept or fully understand the degree of the Mosaic communication, we have proven that we can currently stimulate the most basic imperatives with a combination of infrasound and high-frequency tones. We believe there is a third tone that acts to refine the imperatives, but we have yet to isolate its frequency, if that is indeed the fashion in which it is transmitted. Currently we have only found one imperative that can be reliably broadcast: primal aggression. I suspect the emoticon's simplicity is the reason it can be broadcast with only 2 frequency. Suck this guy.
Well, doctors, got yourselves a new toy?
I assure you, the Illyrium coil transfer rifle is no toy. What I mean to say is that we are testing a potential weapon for Mr. Barnes.
Don't we already have access to the Outsiders' weaponry? Have you improved on it?
There is always room for improvement, Carter. Always a smoother transfer mechanism, or a more advantageous dispersal pattern to search for.
And you've just gotta find it, don't you?
Or die trying. So to speak.
It's awfully big.
I don't know. It's gonna be hard to fit that into a holster.
Yes, very funny. But once we test the fundamentals, we can work on the miniaturization.
And it'd still be useful?
Oh yes. By combining our ballistics know-how with the enemy's energy weapons, we are on the cusp of a new horizon in weaponry.
Combining alien technology and our own. Interesting.
How does it work?
How does this monstrosity work?
It's very simple, really. Imagine a Tesla coil, only with its voltage focused through a charged Illyrium ballistic delivery system.
In English?
It's a lightning cannon.
I can see how that would be useful.
Do you need help?
You need any help testing it out?
We were hoping you would ask. Our usual assistant seems to have disappeared again. Not literally disappeared, mind you. No, of course not. That never happens.
You were saying?
Yes, the machinery is in position. Just press the button and stand clear. And try not to disappear.
Good luck.
That's all I need to know.
Yes, I'm sure you'll be a great help. Only appropriate that a field agent be involved. And all that.
If you'd be so kind as to press the button on the device, we can continue testing.
Okay.
I'm not sure that's gonna be much use in the field, doctors.
Oh dear.
Let me just adjust the discharge levels. Yes, try it again.
Okay.
That looks more like it.
Quite satisfactory. But I believe we can do better.
Increasing power levels again. Try now.
Okay. What the?
I think you've still got some problems to iron out, doctors.
Is everyone all right?
Better than all right. Did you see the yield? Off the charts.
It's a miracle we weren't killed. Fantastic!
These guys are awesome. What was that? Do it again. Oh, testing out a shockwave. Cool. Talk to this guy. Oh, this guy.
What have you got on the drawing board today, Doc?
Oh, the usual. A few weapons you brought in, some subsystems for the Avenger, and a couple of side projects for when we rebuild society.
How are the weapons?
Got any new weapons for the field?
Murphy and I have had a lot of luck with what you've recovered, but it's not exactly easy to hybridize their designs with our own.
Seemed to work well enough for the Avenger.
To be perfectly honest, we couldn't have done that without Dr. Weir's genius. Although, he seems to have some ethical disagreements with munitions development.
About the Avenger.
How's the Avenger coming?
Slowly, but surely. Dr. Weir's been installing the Vengate, and considering the stresses the Avenger would face, we had to reinforce its hull significantly.
I'm still impressed it can get off the ground at all.
Isn't Dr. Dresner's omni-propulsion system astounding? In fact, if we could channel its energy into a single target, I suspect we could achieve a kinetic impact equivalent to...
Snap out of it, Doc. One thing at a time.
Rebuilding society?
It's a bit early to talk about rebuilding society, but I'm curious to see what you got.
It's nothing much, but, well, I've been examining what little we could recover from the outsider seeds. Imagine if we could replicate them.
That would certainly make it easier to rebuild, all right.
Yes, indeed. Why, America could use them to build refugee shelters, revitalize devastated areas, maybe even expand and colonize into ex-Soviet territory.
I think you're getting a little ahead of yourself.
Of course, other nations may mistake this for continued alien attack, but the great thing about these seeds is that they could create bunkers and military fortifications, as well as...
Doc.
Oh, sorry.
I'll leave you to it.
I've got other business to take care of. Good luck, Doc.
Yes, yes, of course.
Okay. Another file. Study of a limited sample of Titan. Material collected by Intrepid XCOM 18 shows many shared properties with the substance constituting silicoids. Whether Titans or silicoids are themselves sentient and can be regarded as living or are merely examples of highly advanced technology remains uncertain. Titans are massive airborne enemies capable of shifting both shape and function. Field agents are strongly advised to find hardened cover when the Titan shifts into a distinctive O-shaped firing form, although this does expose what appears to be a vulnerable central core. I was shooting in the right place. And yeah, you guys definitely blew that up nicely. I wish I could run. But yeah, it's all the extra things that they add that I really like. Nothing new here. Let's continue exploring.
Carter, you hear Weaver and Falk screaming at each other earlier? I've never seen those two disagree like that.
Engineering. I wonder what's up with Weaver and Falk. I guess I'm probably gonna find out pretty soon though.
I want you to check and double check everything. If you went over it, go over it again, and again just to be sure. Carter, You'll never believe what we found.
What?
We caught a spy sneaking into the Avenger. A damn spy. Here.
Shit. Did he do any damage?
Don't think so. We're double checking. But I think we got him before he could do much.
Another outsider infiltrator. God damn it.
Not an outsider. A Russian. We get attacked by aliens, and we still have to keep our eyes open for Reds. Those commie bastards never give up.
A Russian?
A Russian? How did he get in?
Been down here for a while. He got himself assigned to the hangar before the attack.
And he managed to evade capture this long? I'd like to talk to this fella. Where is he?
In the foreman's office, right over there. Falk wants him debriefed before we shoot him.
Interrogate the spy. Sounds good to me.
Here to talk with the Russian? Seems like a lost cause to me, but good luck.
Okay.
Почему ты здесь? Вранье ищи. Питание?
Ну, если ты это хочешь, я думал, мы поговорим.
So let's cut to the chase.
Мне надо знать, почему ты здесь.
Я не буду отвечать на твои вопросы.
Да, ты будешь.
You think that will make me talk? You are weak. All of you weak.
You have bigger problems.
Я не знаю, если вы заметили, но холодная война отметнена. У нас гораздо серьезнее гроза. И у вас тоже.
Пришельцы? Да, я слыхал эту историю. Вы думаете, что я совершенно глупой?
Слушай, я был там, вверху. Все правда. Половина мира мертвая, а другая половина зараженная. Не может быть, что только нас ударили. Я обещаю, что двоим друзьям СССР так же плохо, как и здесь. Но если какой-либо из них все еще жив...
Да это просто смешно. Как ты можешь это доказать, а? Голоса по радио и подделанные фотки? Скажи мне, почему я должен верить в твою сказку?
Work with me.
Убийство вас будет траты. Кто знает, как долго ты здесь скрывался? У тебя есть таланты, нам нужны агенты. Эти пестероны не только американская проблема.
Ты думаешь, это сработает? Ха. Ты слабый. Вы все слабые.
Даю тебе предложение. Я пошлю тебя на палубу. Сам можешь убедиться. Если то, что говорю, верно, вы работаете на меня. Если нет, вы можете отбыть на Кубу.
Если я не позволяю себя обманывать?
Что ты заботишься? У вас будет оружие. Вы будете отсюда. Так или иначе, вы не будете моей проблемой.
Ладно. Дай мне увидеть этих пришельцев для себя.
Довольно иметь вас на борту.
Yeah, I did want that guy on my team.
Hope you don't mind me listening in, but I think you did the right thing. We need all the help we can get.
Thanks.
That commie is something, but I think he's gonna come around.
You can't trust him, Carter.
Well, it's humans against aliens right now, not Americans against Russians. I need someone to take him out to see what the aliens have done firsthand.
If you say so. I'll set up a recon mission. Let's just hope he remembers who the good guys are.
Mission complete. Nice. Return to Barnes. Unlock dispatch mission. The Russian. New Mexico.
Hear you had a grand old time with Falk.
Oh, it was swell.
Could be worse. They kept me in detention for an hour while they were cleaning up the testing room after your little shindig.
Did anyone attack you?
Guess you win. What's on your mind?
Upgrades to Sky Ranger.
So what's happening with the Sky Rangers?
After I saw that Titan, I had the whiz kids in the lab adapt some of the Avenger designs for our old ships.
What sort of changes are we talking about?
Nothing revolutionary, but the Sky Rangers will be faster, stronger, and more durable.
And we're sure the new technology will be safe in the field?
Only one way to find out, Carter.
The Avenger.
How's the Avenger looking?
Almost finished from what I hear. If the final product handles anything like the early tests, it'll be the smoothest ride of your life.
As long as it gets the job done.
You just get the location from Axis, and the Avenger and I will get you there.
That's all.
I'll let you get back to it.
Will do. I'll have this bird ready for the next trip before you know it.
Okay.